got to be at least 12 miles an hour.
Sweet. Alright, good morning. I'm going to try and talk a little quieter because I don't want to be too loud. I say that as I'm about to get on the bike and ride for 2.5 hours, but we are doing a little full day of the life today. 3 training sessions. I've got work to do both with clients and then editing some YouTube stuff, and then going to see the Lumineers tonight because they play at the Moody Center. So Gavin's surprised. No, I'm sorry. Alright, we're gonna look at this bike workout together because it's ranked a 5 out of 5 and it's 2 hours and 20 minutes long. VO2 max increasing interval starting at 3 minutes. So we got about a 30-minute warm-up, 27-minute warm-up at 215 watts. Then we go into some spin-ups. So the first round is 20 seconds at 330, 40 seconds at 215. Little break, 2 minutes. Then there's another round of that, 30 seconds at, or 20 seconds at 350 now, and then 40 seconds at 215. Little break. Then we get into like the main set, or the main sets. It's 3 minutes at 360, 2.5 minutes at 220, 2.5 minutes at 364, 2.5 minutes at 220, 2 minutes at 375, 2 minutes at 180. 1.5 minutes at 385, 1.5 minutes at 182, and then 1 minute at 415, 1 minute at 182, and then there is a 10 minutes at 215 as kind of a gap between the two, and then we go and do that again. Then it's 10 minutes at 200, and then at the end we have just like some max effort spin up, so it's like 300 or 30 seconds at 600 watts. I don't know if I'll be able to actually push that. I'm just going to turn the erg off and go as hard as I can for 30 seconds, and then 2 minutes at 150. So I did a workout similar to this last week. However, all the rests were at 165 watts. So basically like 50 watts lower than what I have today. Like the lowest I'm going is 180, it looks like. It's going to be a hard one, so I have a ton of fueling over here that I'll walk through. So this is what I'm drinking right now. It's Scuba G1M Plus, Scuba G1M. I also had a Go Bar with honey on it right before that, so that's 76 grams of carbs and 1,350 milligrams of sodium. Hour 1 on the bike, this is 4 scoops of G1M, 1 scoop of electrolytes. So that alone is 80 grams of carbs and 1,200, or no, I had to read that. Okay. First bottle right here is 4 scoops of G1M and then 1 scoop of electrolytes. So this alone is 80 grams of carbs and 1,900 milligrams of sodium, and then I have 2 gels, 1 caffeinated, 1 non-caffeinated. So that's another 48 grams of carbs and another 200 milligrams of sodium. So 2,100 milligrams of sodium and 128 grams of carbs per hour is like the goal. So for all the working sets, same thing here, pretty much 4 scoops, 1 scoop of electrolytes in this bottle, 2 regular gels. This is just straight water, and then for the cool down, I'm gonna have another caffeinated gel probably 10 minutes in. Because I have an hour run after this. So it's gonna be a big morning of training. So I'm just trying to stay on top of my fueling. And looking back to like a year ago to where I am now, going from, I think I was barely getting in 90 grams of carbs an hour to now being at 128, and hoping that this, translates on the bike. This is a huge workout, probably one of the hardest workouts I've done yet. So it's a good way to start our Tuesday. Should I just wear my hat like this? Yeah. I had to mention before, but I'm getting back into using H-Drops. This is like a sweat monitor that measures everything in real time. The reason why I have slightly less sodium in my bottles today is because it's 64 degrees in my house right now and I don't have a fan on me, so I believe I shouldn't sweat as much, but then again, like that's what we're testing today. I'm still trying to find the perfect ratio of sodium in my bottles, but I found that anywhere between like 2100 and 2500 milligrams an hour has been sitting well with my stomach and helping me do well. So if I could ever get this on, there we go. Yeah, big fan of these guys. I talked about them a lot over this summer when I was preparing for grandma's, and I think it really helped me out. So might as well start using them again. So total time was 2 hours, 21 minutes, 47 seconds, 50 miles. Average power was 223. And these are all the intervals right here that we hit. So first round, 3 minutes, 354, 2.5, 364, 2 minutes, 373, minute 30, 382, 1 minute, 411. And the second round, 354, 346, 359, 382, 412. And for the 30 seconds, it was 556, 563, 521, 526. So overall, a lot of power. Average heart rate 147, max heart rate 180. That was a tough one. And for H-strep, it's saying lost 111 ounces. So definitely gotta drink a little bit more water. Sodium was 5,053. So pretty much like right on track with what I consumed before and during. Sodium concentration 45.48 milligrams per ounce. That means my sweat, it has more sodium in it than the average amount, which is about 36 it says. And my average sweat rate is 45.7 ounces an hour. So essentially, I'm losing the equivalent to like 2 of these bottles an hour because they're 24 each. So during a race itself, as soon as I finish one bottle, tossing it and then grabbing a water bottle from an aid station and trying to drink that or pour it on myself. That's what I try and do. But that was a really intense workout, so I'm gonna go sit in the bathroom for a sec, contemplate my life, and then go run. Whoopee. Alright. Really easy. I'm gonna actually try to make this an easy hour run. I know I say that every single time. It's actually beautiful out. Yeah, I don't know. That was a good bike workout. Stoked with it. Hour run. I've got 2 gels with me. I think I'm gonna take one 15 to 20 minutes in, and then if I feel like I need another, I'll have it. But yeah, it is 9:27 a.m. The fact that we'll be 2 workouts done before 11 a.m. is stellar. We'll have a great rest of the day afterwards. But I'm gonna let Gavin go do the rest of his thing today. I'm gonna get strolling. Bye, Gavin.
Bye, Luke.
We're going.
Hey, who do we got?
Who do we got?
This is me, Mateo. Just found this random ass guy following me on the trail.
Shut yo. How deep into the run are you?
I just started.
Okay, cool.
How blue are you?
I got like 20 more minutes. I'm moving slow though. I biked for 2 hours before this, so my legs are cooked right now.
Well, I'm gonna go this way.
Okay. Well, good seeing you, man.
Love you, dog.
Catch you around.
Yeah, have a good day.
You too. Yeah, that bike took it all out of me. My legs are trashed right now. Also, just working on swallowing my pride and not caring about my pace for an easy run. There's no such thing as an easy run off the bike though, that's for sure. Used both the gels, heart rate under 145, hour on the feet. There's nothing more you can ask for.
Megan is at work till 2 p.m. so I'm gonna wait to swim till she gets back to see if she wants to come with me. Right now I'm just gonna do little things around the house, make it easier for her. I'm gonna wash all the dishes, peep my bouquet that I got. We got some laundry to fold. It's 11:46 a.m. That I'm literally, I made that breakfast and haven't had any thoughts to share on the camera. I just ate breakfast, didn't say anything because I'm still recovering from that workout. I'm gonna make some coffee too and enjoy that. But I love getting my workouts done early in the day, and just really the swim later is super chill. I was looking at it, and now I just have the rest of the day to be chill, do the little things right like I talked about in the last video. So stretching, I just got mail dropped off, stretching, recovery, anything that can help me feel good for tomorrow's workout, because I got a track workout and a big swim then. That's what it's all about today. You gotta set yourself up for success the day before. It's all about being proactive. While we go ahead and let all of those dry off, I'm gonna go ahead and have my little shake, juice, whatever you wanna call it. In here, I've got 1 serving of electrolytes, 1 scoop of creatine. It's right behind here. If I move this out of the way. 1 scoop of Recover, 1 scoop of Strong Reds, and 1 scoop of Strong Greens. And now it is time to go fold some laundry. I'm trying to be very productive today. Here is my attempt at actually utilizing my outdoor porch area. Got some pineapple, I got some Daily Stoic and the Bible. I've got a call with my CPA and financial advisor in 20 minutes. I told you guys, I'm being responsible today. We're doing adult stuff. After that call, I think I'm gonna go head out and swim. Only other things that I really have to do today aside from the swim is client check-in calls. I got a few of those, and then finish editing last week's YouTube video. So we'll have some YouTubeception a little bit, but yeah, beautiful day out. I feel like I'm not out on this porch enough, so I'm trying to use it a little bit more.
Well, I'm gonna be. I'll leave that one in. Time to swim.
Woo! Said you gotta go back inside.
Why?
Said no 12-year-olds allowed in the pool. Very good.
That's what I'm looking at.
It's super flat, downriver swim. A lot of positives with it.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at, is the downriver. The 115 for 50. If I could keep that up, I'd not be so
That's
tight.
230. There you go.
I'm solid.
Comes back in no time.
Yeah, it's doing well. I did do Waco the other day, Feast of the Grasses.
Really? How was
I
that?
did. Oh, that was awesome. I love that.
Okay, done there, Pop. I decided to add some spinach and some more sriracha mayo. I'm addicted to the sriracha mayo. It's so good. 2 client calls done, 1 more to go. A little bit of editing work to do, a little bit of stretching, and then we're going to the Lumineers. Megan, what do you have to say about that?
Woohoo!
Rad.
I'm down here. I'm so excited for the Lumineers.
Alright, where are we?
We're at the Moody Center.
And what are we here for?
The Lumineers!
What song are you looking forward to most tonight?
It's been a big year for us. First of all, embarked on the biggest show we've ever played in Austin to this date as our own show tonight. That's thanks to you.
There's a very good chance that there's only one more couch talk aside from this one that I'm sitting in this spot. Not saying that I'm stopping these videos or this segment at all, but Megan and I are moving into a new spot in about a week. So exciting stuff. Expect to see a new environment. I've been saying this quote to Megan since I first heard it in a podcast by Matthew McConaughey. Matthew McConaughey rocks. I can't wait to read his new book, Prayers and Poems. I actually just bought it for my dad for his birthday. Turns out I've been saying the quote wrong. So I'm gonna say it the way that he said it, or the way that I heard him say it, and then I'm gonna say it the way that I've been saying it. So the quote, according to him, is, "Without complacency, trust that time is on your side." What I've been saying is, time is on your side so long as you aren't complacent. So pretty much the same thing, I've just flipped it around. And whenever I have an overarching meaning or quote for these couch talks, I try and think of ways that they apply to my own life. And I had a conversation with one of the athletes that I've been coaching for almost 3 years now, which is pretty crazy to think about. It's been like 2 3/4 of a year that I've known the kid. Started working with him when he was in high school, and now he's a junior in college. So talk about just like, he was talking to me about getting an internship and how talking to a lot of his friends, he doesn't know what he wants to do after college, and he's starting to stress out because he's like, I feel like I blinked and suddenly it's junior year and I don't know the direction that I want to go in. And it made me think about when I first started posting content. I was a second semester junior with very little direction. I had like an overarching idea of what I wanted to do, but not really a clear-cut career path that I wanted to pursue. And then, I mean, if you go back and watch some of the college life videos, I've even openly talked about it, but I was very insecure, honestly, about the fact that I was one of, if not the only one of my friends that didn't have a job lined up after college. I felt like all of what I was doing with YouTube and was trying to be an athlete full-time wasn't realistic, and I felt like I was just running out of time, and that I had ran out of time entirely because it was senior year and suddenly all my friends had stuff lined up. They knew exactly where they were moving, and I had no idea what was the next step for me. And having this conversation with him, I remembered how it felt to be in that exact position. But then I reflected upon what my life has looked like since that moment of, you know, senior year back in 2024, and what has now come to the closing of 2025, what my life has looked like and all that's happened. And I genuinely could not have predicted any of this, if I'm being honest, but I could not be more grateful with the way in which it all came out. And I think back to this quote and how there were moments where I truly was like giving up on myself and choosing to be very complacent. But for the most part, I was always working towards something. And once I found that kind of spark again of like, okay, this is what I want to do. I want to pursue being an athlete full time. I want to continue posting on YouTube. I want to see if I can work with BPN or these other brands. Like, I just put so much effort into that, and suddenly everything worked out like almost on like a scripted timeline. It felt like I came out to shoot with BPN. I found the house, I toured one place here, and it happened to be this place that I moved into right away. I graduated college, 5 days later I moved down here, and ever since then it's been like everything that you guys have seen. It almost doesn't seem real. It seems like it was kind of just like a bit that's been strung out. But I think it comes down to the fact that once I realized this is what I wanted to do, once I had my passion aligned with my purpose, the timing of it, although it wasn't what I expected of it originally, and still, like, life happens at a very, it's a different rate, you know? It's never as we expect, but always it's supposed to be. And even now, sitting down and thinking about when I first started getting into, this was during COVID, but like making to-do lists or reading self-help books, I would write down like 20 things on my to-do list, and I would try to get them all done in a day. And I felt like every single day I'd get to the end and I'd have like 1 to 2 things left that I didn't do, and I'm like, dang it, if I had just woken up a little bit earlier, or if I just wasted a little less time. But it began to be like you were living, or I was living life based on a checklist, and it was just like, okay, am I checking all these boxes? How am I feeling? Am I getting every single thing done? It was every single minute that I had available filled. And I think back to the days that like I actually did do everything on the to-do list, and it's like, what was the end result? Nothing. I go to bed and I wake up and I just have another to-do list to do. And it makes me think about how I've kind of always struggled with the idea of just being still for a little bit, because I'm like, oh, like if I'm still, that means I'm complacent. If I'm complacent, that means that I have time that I could be dedicated to something like more productive. But it's a maturity thing, and I think what I'm still working on very much so, and I give Megan a lot of grace and a lot of credit for putting up with me with this. It's just like, when I have this extra time, it doesn't necessarily have to be like, okay, like what more can I do? It could be a reflection of what I have done, and just realizing it's like, hey, if every minute from the minute I wake up to the minute I go to bed is filled with things, then I'm really missing out on the day. There needs to be this period of time that I can just be present, and it's not just to-do list, to-do list, to-do list. And I look at the Lumineers concert on a Tuesday night. If you would have asked me even like a year ago, oh, like, would I do that on a Tuesday night? I'd probably say no, because I'm a little bit of a hardo, and I'd be like, oh, it's the weekday, I could be doing more work. But in realizing that I'm doing as much as I can, or at least trying to, that's something that you gotta give yourself some grace with, and realize that the time is always gonna be on your side. You're gonna get done every single thing that you are supposed to get done in the day. It might not be all the things that you thought you were originally. There might be stuff that comes up. There might be conversations with a friend that, you know, pop up in the day and they take up much more time, but you don't want to be looking back and being like, oh yeah, I cut that conversation short when my friend really needed me because I had to go and check more things off my checklist. Even with meeting Megan, there was so long where I moved down here and I'm like, all right, like I'm ready to meet someone, I'm ready to meet my person, I got it, I can do it. But the timing of it, if I would have met Megan at any moment before when I did, I don't think I would have fully appreciated her presence, because I was just too focused on doing other things that I thought were important, that when she came into my life, it was like, whoa, this happened at like the perfect time for the both of us too, because she was finishing up nursing school. I was able to kind of take a step back after Ironman Texas and be like, okay, like chill. And now I think she has just been such a positive light in my life. I don't think I know that she's been such a positive light and influence in my life, and she has helped me to just really appreciate the life aspect of things and take a step back from all the training. Training is the easy part for me, taking a step back and realizing that not every single minute of every single day needs to be filled with something productive. That's the hard part for me. So Megan has made me really appreciate the fact that there is times in your life where it's okay to just sit and be present with the people around you. And that's something that I'm so very grateful for. I think at the end of the day, I just want the message to be that you're gonna end up exactly where you're supposed to be, right on time, so long as truthfully you can look inward and be like, yeah, I am working really hard towards this. It shouldn't be the only thing in your life. It shouldn't be this all-consuming thing that I talked about in the past 2 episodes of like being able to take a step back and look at the life aspect, but time's on your side. And for anyone out there that feels like they haven't figured out what they want to do yet with their life, or feels like they're running out of time, if you're in school or if you're in a job that you're not happy with, take a step back and realize that everything is going to happen exactly as it's supposed to. I used to wear a bracelet, a red one. It actually broke very recently, but it was from a spiritual retreat that my high school led, or that I led with my high school my senior year, and it was called Kairos. And Kairos stands for like God's time, and realizing that there is that aspect of divine intervention, that God is going to have your life look exactly as it's supposed to, and it's up to us to have faith that everything is going to work out exactly as it's supposed to, so long as we're doing our part in being a good human being, pursuing what we're truly passionate about, taking care of other people, taking care of ourselves. If you worry about those things, what make you you, what make you have faith, everything in your life is going to happen exactly on time. Like the amount of times that I pull into my driveway and I have minutes to spare before a client call, but I just got my workout done and I was like confident, I'm like, ooh, am I gonna have enough time to finish my work? It's almost like weird, the timing and how it works, but that's just how it goes sometimes, and you just gotta have faith and realize that so long as you aren't complacent, without complacency, trust that time is on your side. I'll say the quote the right way. So yeah, with all that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and end today's video. I appreciate you all always for listening to me yap and try to form cohesive thoughts at the end of the day, at the end of these videos. Code HOP for VPN, code HOP10 for Gymshark. If you are interested in trying out the Whoop, I've been loving it. I've been using it for about a month now. You can try out for 1 month free in the link down below in the description. Inner Flame, coaching, training plans, all down below. Yeah, with all that being said, I want to thank you guys very much for watching, for supporting, for always choosing to say very nice things on these videos. That's like one thing that I always like look at the comments and I'm like, oh, you guys rock. You guys are all really cool. Oh, the hats. Still working on them. I have a bunch of cards that I'm signing, so the quicker I can do that, the quicker I can have more details in the hat. But for right now, just be on the lookout. I want to say 2nd week of November. That's like a good staple. Maybe 3rd week. November, all right? But yeah, thank you all so very much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. I don't know why I did that. Peace.